Hey there guys, it's time for part 3 of my video game collection, Redux. This one, as I said in the last video, will be PS1, PS2, and PS3. I do want to warn you, this one might be as long, if not longer, than the handheld ones, because there is a nice stack of PS2 games sitting here. Here, I'm actually going to stand up. Yeah, the PS2 games are almost at my hip. There's that many. But I guess first, I should show you the consoles themselves. Right here, right down here, is the PS1 with the one actual PS1 controller I have, which is, sorry about the mess of cords, but it's the one without joysticks. Sometimes I use the PS2 controllers with them. But then I have the PS2 below that with the 2 memory cards, and this controller's mine. This other one connected to it is technically my mother's, but I'm probably going to steal it because I don't really care. And then in this drawer, there's the multi-tap for the PS2, and a bunch of extra cords, and a bunch of PS1 memory cards. And then the PS3 is right there, under all the Kirby's. But let's get to those games now, shall we? Alrighty. I got interrupted, sorry about that. Let's get started with those video games. Starting with the PS1, we'll start off with A Bug's Life without the cover. I played this game when I was a kid, and it has a lot of nostalgic quality to it. Sorry, the actual case itself doesn't really hold the disc very well, and I'm probably going to rebuy it for that and to get the case, or to get the cover part. But I did play this a little bit when I was a kid, and for some reason I just wanted to play it again, and it was like $1, so I bought it again. It's perfect, a good enough reason for me to buy it again, you know. Then we have the original Crash Bandicoot, without the cover. Again, probably going to rebuy it or try to find the little booklet so it looks better. I might actually have it somewhere. I don't know. But I actually got this as a hand-me-down from one of my mother's ex-boyfriends who was a drunk, so whatever. But hey, free game. It's a good game. I have yet to beat it, though, unfortunately. This one's just more difficult than the other PS1 ones. So, my girlfriend has beaten this, though. Good for her. Then I also have the second Crash Bandicoot. This one I've played quite a bit more, and I discovered a lot of stuff, like secret stuff, and I haven't beaten it yet. I'm close, but I don't know. I just didn't get into this one that much either when I was a kid. I mean, I had it, but, you know, good game, though. Really good game, definitely. Check this one out. But, for sure, this is one of my favorite PS1 games, period. This is the third Crash Bandicoot. I have beaten this game. I haven't 100%ed it, or gotten 100% in it, but I have played the crap out of it, and I still have the booklet and even the little holographic thing that comes with it, which a lot of people don't have anymore. Even like every store that I see that carries this game doesn't have that, and I still do. But easily one of my favorite PS1 games. Definitely I recommend this to just about everybody. Yeah, pretty much everybody I'd suggest this to. It's a fun game. Great, great game. So much fun. Especially the dinosaur level where you get to ride a dinosaur. I mean, come on, it's a dinosaur. Then we have the racing game for that series, or one of them, Crash Team Racing. This is probably the second best racing series in my opinion. And it only has like 2 or 3 games. But this one's my favorite in the Crash Racing series. I played a lot of this racing game. I beat it. I did beat it. I took the time to completely beat this game. Great game, great racing game for the PS1. It is kind of a clone of Mario Kart to an extent, but it's still really good in its own right because it has Crash Bandicoot characters. But I'd definitely check this out if you have a PS1 and want a racing game, you know, that's not Gran Turismo. Then I have basically the like mini game, or the Mario Party clone essentially for Crash Bandicoot, which is this is Crash Bash without the cover. Again, gonna have to try to find the little thing there, but the reason I don't have it is because I technically got this from a really good friend of mine named Roman. He I believe he let me borrow this, and I just never gave it back, and then I told him like years later, and he's like, dude, just keep it, I don't need it anymore. So, and I used to play this game with him, and period, I used to play this a lot. It's a good game, in my opinion, a little bit better than the Mario parties, but, you know, it's Mario. Mario's always going to be more popular, alright? Then we'll move on to another set of games here. We'll start off, this is Digimon Digital Card Battle. Basically, it's Digimon, you play the card game. Maybe I do know how to play the card game, which is funny. But I played a lot of this game. It used to freeze on me all the time, though. So I don't know if it's the disc, or if it was just my save file was corrupted. I haven't played it, because I actually think I beat it. Because every time I go into the game, it's like I have nothing to do. No, I don't think I really beat it. I just need to play again, try to beat the game, because this was actually pretty fun. It wasn't the best thing ever made, but it was pretty cool. Then I have, this one I don't even have the original case for, or anything. All I have is the disc. This is Digimon Rumble Arena. Probably my favorite multiplayer fighting game other than Super Smash Bros., honestly. This one's up there. I played the living crap out of this with my little stepbrother and little stepsister. I got everything in this game multiple times, but I love this game and I need to rebuy. I'm probably going to just rebuy the game so I get the case and the cover and everything. I actually still have the little booklet in a box somewhere, but I want to just rebuy it so I have the original thing and I can just put this away or something. I don't know. Great game though. Great game. Great fighting game for the PS1, man. Seriously. Then I have the original Digimon World. I have yet to beat this one just for the fact that it's hard. Well, it's not really hard. It's more, you don't have to fight. You just run around and get people to join your town, and then dirt. There's a section where you move dirt for about 2 hours, so it's kind of boring. But the concept, even when I was a kid, I would play the living hell out of this game, and I never got anywhere. And now I know how to play it, but it's not as good as it was, which kind of sucks. But I don't know. Maybe I need to play more of the game to get it a little bit better, but yeah. Then I have Digimon World 3. I need to get the second one, because every Digimon World is a lot different than the previous ones. They're all different. Because this one, you get 3 Digimon in. And I haven't played this a lot, but I had a friend who played a whole lot of this, and he basically beat it, and he said it was really good. I need to play it. I just never got around to playing RPGs and stuff, so I will get down to freaking playing this at some point. I just need to. I need to. But yeah, I'll play this one. Then we have the only Final Fantasy game that I own right now, and that's 8. Final Fantasy 8 with Squall. I haven't played it yet because I just recently got it. The case, all of this is insane, is in really good shape for how old the game is, which is actually pretty cool. But I do need to sit down and play a Final Fantasy at some point. Everybody who knows, all of my friends are like, play at least one. I'm like, everybody says either 7 or this one, or 10, or I think. So I'll get to it eventually, you know. It's not at the top of my list, but since I have it, at some point I will try to beat every single game that I own. It's probably impossible at this point, with the amount of games I have. Then I have Mega Man X4. Well, this is another one of the first games that I think I ever saw anybody play. Maybe. No. This was probably one of the first PlayStation games I ever saw somebody play. My older stepbrother used to play this a lot. Like, I mean a lot. Like, he had everything in this game. And for the longest time I didn't know which X it was, which sequel in the X series it was. So I had to look it up, and I finally found it for a decent price. So yeah, Mega Man X4. I will get to this and play this too, because this is my childhood, kinda, watching somebody play it. So yeah, X4. Then I have the original Metal Gear Solid. I have not really played this either because I suck at stealth-based games. Not a whole lot else to say other than that. Just, I suck at stealth-based. I want to get better at it because it's freaking Metal Gear Solid. I want to play this, or I want to sit down and play this and beat it. And I will it eventually. It's just going to take a while because I suck at these kind of games. Then we'll go on to a couple of sports games that I don't know why I still have not in a box, but I have MLB 99. This is more in my group of games that are actually up on a shelf for more nostalgic purposes, because this was probably one of the first games I got for the PS1. The first 3 games I got for the PS1 were this one, NASCAR 99, and NBA 99. The other 2 games I believe are sitting in a box somewhere, but for the longest time I didn't have this, the little booklet for like 10 years, and then I went through a box and I found it, and I just about shit my pants because I finally had the cover to this game. It looks like shit now, for the record, but it's nostalgia. Plus there's a home run derby, and home run derbies are fun. Then I have the original NFL Blitz. I think it's actually better. Probably the arcade is the only thing superior to the PS1 version, but I used to play the crap out of this game with my friend Roman that I told you about from Crash Bash. Him and I used to play a lot of this game, and he used to kick my ass most of the time because of that frickin' crisscross play that... Fuck. But anyway, great game. Great sports game. Even if you're not into sports games, this game's pretty fun, not gonna lie. Then I have Parasite Eve, another JRPG that I haven't played, but it's supposed to be a horror game, and me and my friend Phoenix, the one I'm going to do the Zelda timeline, want to do a bunch of horror games as well. So I will get to this eventually, because it's up there. This is actually probably at the top of my list right now, but I will get to it. Then I have Sledstorm. This is another game I used to play with my friend Roman a whole lot. Plus it has Dragula by Rob Zombie. But anyway, great racing game for the PS1, honestly. It's pretty fun. Great game. I guess I'd suggest it. For PS1, yeah. Then we have, this is Soul Blade. This is the PS1 port of the original Soul Calibur. Or not, I'm sorry, not original Soul Calibur, the original Soul Edge for arcade. This is the only port of it that I know of. It's not as good. It's not even close on par. It's not even on par with freaking Soul Calibur. It kind of sucks, honestly. It looks like shit. But it's cool just to say, hey, I have Soul Blade, you know? So, good game, decent game. For its time, it was good, but it doesn't live up, or it doesn't hold up at all. But, yeah. Then I have the original Spyro the Dragon. I beat this game. I don't remember beating it, but I have a save file where I beat it, and I don't know anybody else playing it for me. So I apparently beat this game. I need to sit down and do it again because Spyro's fun as hell. But, great game. But I think this series got better over time, at least on the PS1, because this game is far superior. Spyro Ripto's Rage. I just call it Spyro 2 for some reason. But this is a great game that I haven't beaten yet, but I have a friend who got 100%, and apparently if you get 100% there's a mini-game thing at the end. But I need to beat this one. I do. Then, there is this one. Another one of my all-time favorite games on the PS1. This is Spyro Year of the Dragon, or Spyro 3 as I call it. I have beaten this game, and I'm still going through it every now and then to get all the gems and all the eggs, because there's a secret extra level at the end that, as far as I know, is just mini-games, but I want to get it because I've never really 100%ed a game, and this is one of the ones where I'm really close to it. So, yeah, great game. This is another one I suggest to just about everybody. This one and Crash Warped are probably my 2 favorite PS1 games. Alright, then I have the original Twisted Metal. I haven't really played it a whole lot, haven't had it for that long, but I really mainly got it to play with my friend Phoenix because he loves the Twisted Metal games, and it was really cheap, so I bought it. But yeah, Twisted Metal, great series. I might actually pick up the rest of them. Then I have, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. This was before Yu-Gi-Oh! Even got popular. This game came out in, 2001? Yeah, I don't even think Yu-Gi-Oh! Started the show until like a year or two after that. Unfortunately, the back of it's a little broken, which sucks because I don't remember it ever being broken. But I haven't really done anything in this game because I can't figure out how it works. But I have a friend who figured out how it works and actually beat it. At some point, maybe I will get to it. I still don't understand why it's a double case when there's only one disc, you know? But that's their choice, I guess, unless it came with like a demo or something. It says PlayStation. Yeah, I really don't understand. But yeah, it's alright, I guess. Alrighty. Then we move on to PS2. This is going to be a while, I'm sorry. But my first disc, I don't have the original case for it because it wasn't mine to begin with, but this is a code breaker. It's basically a Game Shark. Helps you cheat, is the best way to put it. I got it from my friend Alex, who, if you remember from the handhelds video, the Pokemon trading card game, basically got it from him. He just gave this to me because he didn't want it anymore. And I could use it, so he let me have it. It's good if you want to cheat, I guess. Then I have this is the only Crash Bandicoot game I have for PS2 because this is basically the last good Crash Bandicoot game in my opinion, and that's Wrath of Cortex. Great game for the PS2. The loading times are absurd though. It takes fucking forever to load. But really good game, and a really good game for PS2 standards. Then I have, this is the original Destroy All Humans. I hate that, but I can't do anything about it. It just doesn't, it'll look like shit if I take it off. But the original Destroy All Humans, probably up there as one of my favorite PS2 series. Great game, had a lot of fun with it, and I also had a lot of fun with this one, which is the second game. Great series. When this one came out, I was happy. I actually think I like this one a little bit better than the first one, but overall a great series for the PS2. You get to run around as an alien probing people. That's not really all it is, but you're an alien, you know, I don't know. But then I have Devil May Cry. I have Devil May Cry and Devil May Cry 2. I have played barely any of this game, but that's just because I wanted to sit down to make sure it worked and everything. And then 2 is 2 discs, and I had no idea for the record. But 2, I have not played yet, and it's supposed to suck. But I wanted all the games, so doesn't matter to me. I'll get 3 at some point and 4 and the remake, I guess. But this was one of the series that I wanted to pick up really bad, so I picked up at least the first 2 games, and they were really inexpensive. So it worked. But then I have Digimon World 4. This one I haven't really played yet because it's actually really hard, even at the very beginning. I also got this game for way more than I should have paid. My friend's sister was selling it, and I didn't think that anybody, because she tried to sell this like last year. GameStop wanted like $2 and Best Buy wanted like $3. I offered $10, which I think is, you know, pretty nice of me. And she's like, no, because I bought it for $20. I'm like, you're not going to get more than $10 for this game. So and me being me, I spent $15. Still pisses me off. But I want all the Digimon games, so whatever. Not much I can do about it now. Then I have Digimon Rumble Arena 2. Now this game, if you notice, is really thin. That's because it's not the original box. It's actually from Hollywood Video, because I got it from a Game Crazy. So that it actually has a barcode on the front. So this one I might also rebuy or try to find a better box for it. But this game, I don't like it as much as the first one, the first Digimon Rumble Arena. But when I even found out that this existed, I was happy because of how much I liked the first game. It's pretty good, though. It's a decent fighting game. I'll give it that. Then I have Digimon World Data Squad. And I just realized that was out of alphabetization. Anyway, but this is Digimon World Data Squad. Basically based on the show Data Squad. I got it right as that show first came out. Great game. I believe I've beaten it. I don't know though. Same thing as like, what game was it? Same as Digimon World Dawn. I go in, doesn't look like there's anything I can do, so I stop playing. But it's a great game, probably one of the better Digimon worlds as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, I definitely, if you like the Digimon World games, this is probably the best one. So I suggest that. Then I have, this is Dirge of Cerberus Final Fantasy VII. I got this more for the fact that, well, it's Final Fantasy, so I technically own 2 Final Fantasy games, sorry. But I mainly got this for the fact that it's 7, and it's Vincent Valentine, who's played... The English voice actor for him is one of my favorite voice actors, Steve Bloom. I've actually met him in person, got his autograph and everything, but I mainly got this for that, and it was cheap, so I said, why the hell not, and I picked it up. Haven't played it, though. Need to. I've heard it's okay, and that's okay with me because Steve Bloom. Then, I have the original Flatout. Great game to play with friends. The single player sucks, and the racing modes suck, but the mini-games are hilarious. Just freaking ragdolling your driver out the front windshield is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Played a lot of this with my friends. This is probably the only Flatout I'm going to get. I don't care about any of the other ones, but great game if you like random laughing with friends. Then I have, this is Full Metal Alchemist 2, Curse of the Crimson Elixir. It's actually made by Square Enix. I didn't even realize that. It's another probably, yeah, it's a JRPG. Huh. It actually has a bonus DVD that has episodes of the anime in it. Cool. Even though I have the whole anime. I have not played this either. I need to get the first Full Metal Alchemist, even though they aren't related. I know that. But I do intend to play this, and it was really cheap, so I picked it up. Why not? Probably not the best game ever, but it's Full Metal Alchemist, so. Then I have a Game Shark. Same thing as the Codebreaker. It's actually a Game Shark 2. Game Shark 2. But it's basically the same thing. I don't need to explain anything else about that. Then I have, it's Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex. I didn't even know they made a game for it, but I found it for decently cheap somewhere. I don't even remember where I bought this from. But it's a good game. I haven't beaten it yet. It was good. I had a lot of fun with it. The only problem I have is that jump is R2. Instead of like X. Or circle. Or anything other than R freaking 2. But good game other than that. That and Makoto kind of runs really stiff, but you know, it's a good game. It's a decent game. And then we'll go on to one of my probably, yeah, this is probably 1 or 2 in my favorite series on the PS2, if not ever, and that's God of War. This is the original one here. And this is the second one here. The really weird thing is it actually, yeah, this, my God of War 2 came with special features. I don't quite, oh, it's deleted levels, the voices, some music, and bringing the game to life. But this game, I have played at least 2 or 3 times. I actually borrowed this from a friend before I even bought it, and then beat the game. Then I bought it like the next... Did I wait a year? Actually, it was probably over that summer. I probably, yeah, got it again, beat it again. This game is great. And then this one came out, and honestly, I like this one better than the first one. It's easier, except the fact that when I went back through on normal to beat this one, I beat it. And then I played this one and I died in like 5 minutes. Maybe I just suck, but I need to do it again. Sit down and play both of these again, honestly. Because they're great games. Probably one of the best series that exists, honestly. Man, you know what really sucks? Look at the God of War 2. It freaking tore open. Pisses me off. Then I have a game that I stole from my mom. This is Gran Turismo 3. I remember my stepbrother and my stepdad playing this a lot, and I played it a little bit with them, and I really wanted to play it. So I kind of stole it from my mom. She doesn't know, and I live with her too. But yeah, good game. Don't steal it. I do not condone stealing. I'm just evil and want to own everything. Then I have Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup. I actually used to own this for the GameCube without a case or anything. It was just in a cheesy little case. But I sold it to GameStop. And I regret that, but I got it on PS2 with the case. Kind of wish it were the GameCube version, but that's okay. I beat this game. With, like, the USA team, too. Which is really funny. But I beat the game. It was fun. Pretty good. Not the best game ever, but pretty damn good. Then go on to another game I stole from my mom, and that's Harvest Moon Save the Homeland. If anybody knows Harvest Moon, it's really just you farm, make friends, farm, get some animals, farm. I don't know why, but I really want to play this game, and I want to beat it, because I watched, there's like a bunch of endings. As far as I know, there's like, I don't know, there's like a bunch of endings in this. There's so many endings. I don't even know how to... 9 endings. There's 9 endings to this game. And I'm trying to, you know, figure out how to beat this game. But I'll get to it eventually. It takes a long time, but I will beat it. Great game. Great game for just goofing off. This is better than Farmville, by the way. Then I have another series that I'd put up at the top of my list as best. This is probably third. It probably goes like Destroy All Humans, this one, God of War, and then the next series that I have sitting here. That's after this one. This is my third favorite series, and that's the Jak and Daxter series. This is the original game. I have 100% in this game, because I have all the precursor orbs. Yeah, all the precursor orbs and all the and whatever the hell they're called. But I have 100% because I got everything. Great game. Then they turn around and they completely change the play style of the game, and they make Jak 2. Another game I have 100% in, because you don't have to get all the precursor orbs to get 100%. But I beat the living hell out of this game. I love this one. This one's pretty good, but I love what they did with this one. Great, great game. I'd suggest this one to anybody. Then they made Jak 3, which I haven't played yet, which sucks, because I played the living hell out of this one. But I'm excited to play this one, because it's supposed to be really good. But yeah, this one. Then I have the racing game, Jak X Combat Racing. I'm excited to play this one, because there's actually supposed to be story in this. And you actually do some kind of combat racing in Jak 2, if I'm correct. But I don't know a whole lot about this game. Finally picked it up. I'm happy to have all of the Jak and Daxter games other than The Lost Frontier, but that can wait. Then on to probably my favorite game series on the PS2. It's kind of a toss-up between this one and God of War, and that's Kingdom Hearts. I love this game. I've played, well, this one I've played at least twice. I always get stuck on Ursula in this game because I'm stupid. But great, great game series. Great story, great everything. I love how they combined Square Enix with Disney. It's perfect. Then I have, this is the PS2 port of the Game Boy Advance game. This is RE Chain of Memories. Not even as close to as good as the first 2 games, but still pretty good, and I need to get the original Game Boy Advance version of this, and I know that. Haven't played it a whole lot on here either, because I got stuck. Then, of course, you have Kingdom Hearts 2. I love this game. I honestly probably like it better than the first game. I've played through this game probably 3 or 4, just the second one, because I like it that much. Again, perfect combination of Disney and Square. You know, what really sucks is my original Kingdom Hearts box says Square Enix on it, when they actually made this it was still Squaresoft. So, just because it's the greatest hits version. That's weird. But yeah, then we go on to... This is Marvel Ultimate Alliance. This is essentially the spiritual successor to another series of games that I have here later. I haven't played this one a whole lot. I've played it a little bit with Phoenix. It's pretty good. It feels just like those other games, though, but with more than just, you know, when it's just all the Avengers and stuff. Good game. I'd suggest it, actually. Then I have Metal Gear Solid 3. I don't have number 2, and this is actually not the original Metal Gear Solid 3. This is Substance. I actually remember my friend bought me Metal Gear Solid 3 at one point, but it didn't load on my PS2, so I gave it back to him. But yeah, I'm excited to play this one too, because it's Metal Gear Solid, and, you know, I will probably get number 2 first, though, and play it. Then I have kind of an NBA, or not, I'm sorry, this is a NFL Blitz type basketball game. It's NBA Hoops. It's just over the top. Great game. Just kind of, it's more of an arcade. It should be an arcade game. And it's by Midway, so it's the same company. Good game, I guess. Then this is a Black Box of Death. Now, Actually, I accidentally ripped the cover off, but what it is NCAA 06, so it's college football from 2006. I played the living hell out of this game, believe it or not. I basically named half the people in the game, because I had like a guide, or a little book from that year. Played a lot of that. I need to get, yeah. I'm actually into sports games, even though apparently a lot of people don't think I look like I do. Anyway, then I have Okami. I have yet to beat this game. I'm pretty close to the end though, apparently. But I just stopped playing. It's one of those games that for some reason I just stopped playing, even though it was really good. And I will get back to this. In fact, I'll probably start it over and beat it. Great game. It sucks that the company that made this closed right after they made it though. And technically this game bombed, but it's a great game. And I want to get Okami Den for the DS too, because it's supposed to be the spiritual successor. Then I have, this is Onimusha Warlords. As far as I know, this is the port to the PS2 of the Dreamcast Onimusha. I could be wrong, but I'm excited to play it, because it's Onimusha, and I've heard really good things about Onimusha, so yeah. I haven't played it though, so I can't say a whole lot about it. Then on to another really good series that I've only, unfortunately, played one of so far, and that's Ratchet and Clank. I love this game. This game was actually really fun. I played the living hell out of it. I'd actually suggest this one to anybody who owns a PS2. Then I have the rest of them for the PS2. This is Going Commando, which I haven't played yet. I need to, though. I really do need to play this. Is it? Hold on. I could be wrong. I could have these out of order. But at least these two. Then I have Up Your Arsenal. Again, I have to rebuy this one because of the shitty case. And the disc just flew out of the fucking thing, so I don't even know if the game's gonna fucking work. But Up Your Arsenal, another one I need to play. Then I have Ratchet Deadlocked, which as far as I know, it's just you beat the shit out of people. It's not even the same kind of game as the first two. What's this? PlayStation Underground. Nice. I just opened the thing, so this is in good shape. This is in really good shape. Then I have Ratchet and Clank Size Matters. I actually got this unopened. This game came out in 07 and I found it still sealed. But then I opened it because I do actually intend to play it, so I'm excited to play all these games. I do need to sit down and actually play them though. Then there is Shadow of the Colossus. Fantastic game. Probably one of the better games for the PS2. Honestly, it's up there as one of my favorite games on here. When I first played it, I was just floored by how the game looked. I go back now and it doesn't look as good. But great game. The story is okay. I need to get Eco, so maybe I understand it a little bit better. But great game. Great game. I'd suggest this to just about everybody as well. Then I have, as far as I'm concerned, the last good Spyro game, and that's Enter the Dragonfly. It was also the last Spyro game where Tom Kenny, the voice of SpongeBob, did the voice of Spyro. I know at least one person who didn't really like this game, but I like it. I actually think it's a great game. I still need to sit down and beat it. And actually, this is the second copy of this game I have owned. I actually sold this a while ago, and I started regretting doing that, so then I'm like, oh look, here it is at this store for really cheap, so I bought it. It's a great game. I need to sit down and beat it, though. Then I have the Street Fighter Anniversary Collection. It's Street Fighter 2 Anniversary, which is basically the ability to mix and match all the fighters from every version of Street Fighter 2. So you press like circle or R2 and it changes their costumes per game, basically. And then it also has Street Fighter 3 Third Strike in it too. And then, apparently, it also has the Street Fighter 2 animated movie, which I own already. So, but great game. I'm glad I got this, because you can just mix and match, and it's basically, you have M. Bison and all of them in Street Fighter 2, so I'm happy to have that. Good fighting game. Good series. Then I have Beautiful Joe. I played this for a good couple days, then I just stopped playing, just like Okami. I need to get back to it and play it, and I need to get the second one, and I know that. Great game though. Pretty fun. I actually had a lot of fun with it. Then I have, a lot of people don't realize, but I'm a wrestling fan. So I have WWE SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. This is probably one of my favorite wrestling games. I played the living hell out of this with my friend Alex, who from the Codebreaker and the Pokemon trading card game. But he actually owned this game. We played it a crap ton, created a bunch of characters. I bought it, so whenever he came over, we could just use mine. And I actually have my PS2 actually destroyed the disc because the laser broke. So it actually made it so it randomly froze. Like the disc would still work, but it would randomly just freeze up. And I just decided to rebuy it. Plus, my original copy had the whole cover torn off, like the NCAA game, so I rebought it for pretty cheap. And it actually works now. Speaking of which, that's actually, that PS2 I showed you is the second PS2 I've ever had, because the laser died and it wouldn't really read discs that well, because I left it on too much. Which is stupid of me, but great wrestling game. Probably one of the better ones. Then, onto the series I spoke about with Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and that's X-Men Legends. These games are really good, and this is number 2 right here. I have actually beaten number 2, but I have yet to beat number 1. I don't know why I beat number 2. I actually originally borrowed these from my uncle-in-law, because he's not, well yeah, he's my, why do I say in-law? He's my uncle. And then I gave them back, along with another game, Marvel Nemesis Rise of the Imperfects. I probably will pick that up at some point. But, great games. Honestly, I actually think this one's a little bit better than this one now, but I need to beat this one. But with my friend moving to California, and we were playing this, I don't know. I will beat them at some point, though, for sure. I will beat these. Great games, I'd suggest them, honestly. They're RPGs, too, so. And then my last PS2 game alphabetically is Xenosaga Episode 1, Der Will zur Macht. I don't speak German, so don't quote me on that, but I haven't played this a whole lot. I got this at the same time as Beautiful Joe and not Okami. Well, it might have actually been Okami. And Ghost in the Shell. That's what it was. So I haven't really played it a whole lot. I want to, though, and I want to get episodes 2 and 3. But apparently, episode 3 is really hard to find, but I will play this. Now, the weird thing is, here's the real kicker. Check it out. It's the original box, but it's the greatest hits disc. So whoever gave that to me is kind of stupid, apparently. But, whatever. Alright, now we are on to the last part of this video, and that is PS3 games. There's a few, and a lot of them I haven't played, so there won't be much I'll say about them, but we'll start off with the Dragon Ball Z Budokai HD Collection. This is Budokai 1 and Budokai 3. I have no idea why Budokai 2 isn't in this, and they haven't explained that. But I remember playing Budokai 1 when I was in like 5th or 6th grade. I went over to a friend's house and played it. And then Budokai 2, I played a little bit, and it had some crazy fusions, so it kind of sucks that they don't have it in here. But I actually want to own every Dragon Ball Z game, even the shitty ones, which are a lot of them. But yeah, so yeah, this is a good. I'm excited to play this. But yeah, good game. And then I have God of War 3. Basically the game I wanted to buy a PS3 for. I haven't really played this game, unfortunately, because I tried to sit down and play it. I let aside an entire day to play it, and I just sat down for an hour, and I'm like, I'm not feeling it. I don't know if I'm just can't play these games anymore, if I just wasn't feeling it that day. But I will sit down and beat this, because I am looking forward to playing this game so much. It's like at the top of my list. Then I have Heavy Rain, another game I'm really, really excited to play, because you play as like four different characters. Pretty good. Plus there's boobies in it, so can't argue with that. I need to play it more though. Then I have the original Infamous, another game I haven't even really played this, so I can't really say anything about it. I will get the second one, because I know this game's good. I've heard it from multiple different people. So I'm excited to play it, and I will beat it at some point. Then I have, this is Little Big Planet Game of the Year Edition, which comes with some extra stuff and add-on content and stuff. I have sat down and played this a little bit. It's alright. Honestly, more of a multiplayer game as far as I'm concerned. But I will get it. I will play it more. Then, this is Ninja Gaiden Sigma. I haven't even sat down and played this. But I wanted a Ninja Gaiden game, so I picked it up. You know. You know. I probably should get the ones on Xbox first, but oh, whatever. Then I have Soul Calibur 5. I wanted this game when it came out. For some reason, I just wanted this game. It looked great, and it is great, but I wish I would have gotten it on 360, because that's what all my friends have it for, but that's okay. It's still a pretty good game. It's a great game, honestly. I'd suggest this as a fighting game for PS3. Then I have the Twisted Metal for PS3. I got this one because of my friend Phoenix. In fact, he found it. But it's pretty good. It's actually a pretty good game. My friend Phoenix doesn't really like it, but I think it's pretty cool. It's Twisted Metal though. And then finally, to end this video, the original Uncharted, Drake's Fortune. Good game. This is probably the one I've been playing the most. I haven't beaten it yet though. I need to, because, you know, it's made by the people who made Crash Bandicoot. And I need to get Uncharted 2 and 3, and I will at some point. But yeah, definitely play this game. If you like Indiana Jones, play this. But I need to play it more and actually beat it so I can get the other 2 games. But yeah, that's the end of this video game collection video. Next time, it looks like it's going to be GameCube and Wii. Yeah, is probably what we're going to do. GameCube and Wii. So yeah, that one will be definitely shorter than this one. If you actually sat through this whole video, I thank you for your patience. But until next time, later.